Your wife stopped talking to you, not about the weather, not about the kids, but about what actually matters. And you're wondering if the silence is the beginning of the end. Here's what nobody tells you about her silence. It's not rejection, it's protection. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to break through it without begging, chasing, or losing yourself in the process. Think about the last time that someone pushed you to talk. Think about the last time someone pushed you to talk when you weren't ready. Maybe it was a sales call that felt too aggressive, or a friend who didn't drop a sensitive topic. Your body tensed up, right? You shut down harder. That's exactly what's happening with her. But most men do the opposite of what works. Hi, I'm Noah Allen, and if you're watching this, your wife has gone quiet. Not the kind of quiet where she's just tired, the kind where she's emotionally checked out, where conversations feel like pulling teeth, where you feel like you're married to a stranger. Maybe she said those things and those words that hit you like a truck. I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. Or maybe she didn't say anything at all. She just stopped trying. And you're here because you're tired of guessing what to do. You've tried to be nicer. You've tried giving her space. You've tried having the talk, and notice nothing changed. In fact, it got worse. So today, I'm going to walk you through 3 critical truths about her silence, and more importantly, how to respond in a way that actually creates safety, not more distance. Because here's the thing most men miss. Her silence isn't the problem, it's a symptom. And when you treat symptoms, nothing heals. But when you address the root cause, everything shifts. So let's break it down. Here's what you need to understand. When your wife goes silent, she's not punishing you, she's protecting herself. Think about it like this. Imagine a campfire that has been doused with cold water over and over again. Eventually, the fire stops trying to reignite because it knows the next bucket of water is coming. Your wife's silence is the same thing. Every time she opens up in the past and felt unheard, dismissed, or met with defensiveness, her nervous system learned one thing. It's not safe to speak here. Her silence is her nervous system saying, I can't take another hit right now. Not because you're a bad person, but because the pattern between you has taught her that opening up leads to pain, not connection. Most men hear silence and think she doesn't care anymore. Wrong. She cares so much that she can't risk getting hurt again. So she shuts down. And every time you chase her, ask her what's wrong, or try to fix it with words, you're actually proving to her nervous system that it's been right. You're creating pressure, and pressure doesn't open people up. It locks them down tighter. Imagine you're in a job where every time you speak up in a meeting, your boss cuts you off or dismisses your idea. After months of this, would you keep raising your hand? No, you'd stop trying. That's exactly what's happening in your marriage. She stopped raising her hand because the environment didn't feel safe enough to keep trying. So here's what you need to do instead. Stop trying to get her to talk. I know that sounds backwards, but stay with me. Your job isn't to force conversation. Your job is to create the environment where she feels safe enough to want to talk again. And that starts when you lead differently. Not with words, with presence, with calm, with consistency that her nervous system can finally trust. Now, if you're sitting here thinking, okay, Noah, I get it, but what do I do? What exactly do I say? How do I show up differently without making it worse? That's exactly what I help men do inside our calls. I walk you through the exact framework I use with my clients, the emotional layering protocol. It's not theory. It's a step-by-step system designed for men like you who are done guessing and ready for a real plan. If you want to book a call with me, the link's in the description below. These calls fill up fast, so if you're serious about saving your marriage, don't wait. All right, let's keep going. Here's the second truth about silence. She's watching. Even when she's not talking, she's watching how you respond. Because women don't fall in love with what you say. They fall in love with who you are when things get hard. And right now, her silence is the hardest test of your leadership. Think about the last time you observed someone under pressure. Maybe it was a coworker who fell apart when a project went sideways, or a friend who spiraled when life got tough. You didn't need them to tell you that they couldn't handle it. You could see it. Your wife is doing the same thing right now. She's not listening to your words. She's watching your energy, your reaction, your consistency when she gives you nothing in return. Most men fail this test because they treat her silence like a problem to solve. They get frustrated. They withdraw. They start keeping score. I'm trying so hard, or she won't even meet me halfway. But here's what you're missing. Leadership isn't about getting her to do something. Leadership is about creating an environment where she wants to. And when you can stay grounded, calm, and consistent, even when she's cold, distant, or pulling away, something shifts. Picture a captain steering a ship through a storm. The crew is panicking. The waves are crashing. Everything feels out of control. If the captain starts yelling, "Why aren't you helping me? The ship sinks faster." But if he stays calm, keeps his hands steady on the wheel, and projects confidence, even when chaos is around him, the crew starts to settle. Your wife is a crew right now. She's watching to see if you're a captain worth following. Not because she's trying to manipulate you, but because she needs to know if you can handle the storm without falling apart. That's leadership. And when she sees you leading yourself first, when she sees you grounded, purposeful, and unshaken by her silence, her nervous system starts to relax. She starts to feel safe again. Not because you said the right thing, but because you became the right man. The man she can finally trust again. All right, here's the third most important truth. You can't change her. You never could. And every time you tried, you've pushed her further away. Here's why. Think of your marriage like a garden. Right now, the soil is dry, the air is tense, and nothing is growing. Most men look at the flowers and say, "Why won't you bloom?" But you can't force a flower to open. You can only change the soil, the water, the sunlight. When the environment changes, the flower blooms on its own. Your wife is the same way. She's not going to open up because you asked her to. She's going to open up when the environment feels safe enough that she wants to. So here's what breaking the silence actually looks like. It's not about the perfect conversation. It's about creating consistent, visible proof that you're different now. That means showing up with presence when she's distant. That means staying calm when she's cold. That means leading with action, not words. Because her nervous system doesn't trust words anymore, it trusts patterns. And when you can show her a new pattern, when she sees you grounded, consistent, and leading without pressure, her defense starts to come down. Not overnight, but gradually, layer by layer, until one day she starts talking again. Not because you forced it, but because you created the safety for it to happen naturally. Think about trust in business. If a company burned you once, you don't trust them again just because they apologize. You watch, you wait. You need proof over time that things are actually different. And that's what your wife is doing right now. She's waiting for proof that this time is different. And proof doesn't come from words, it comes from consistent actions over time. So let me bring this home from you. Her silence isn't the end, it's a signal that the old pattern broke her trust. And now your job is to rebuild that trust, not with grand gestures, not with apologies, but with quiet, consistent leadership that her nervous system can finally believe in. Because here's the truth. Most men wait too long. They wait until she's already filed the papers, until she's already emotionally checked out for good, until the silence becomes permanent. Don't be that guy. If you're watching this video, you still have time, but only if you act now. That's why we offer free calls to men who are ready to stop guessing and start leading. Inside these calls, I'll walk you through the exact framework I use with my private clients, the Emotional Layering Protocol. It's designed specifically for high-performing men like you who need precision, strategy, and results. Not therapy speak, not fluffy advice, a real plan to rebuild trust, break through her silence, and save your marriage. The link to book your call is in the description below. These calls fill up fast because this work is intense and there's a lot of guys who want it. I only take on a limited number of clients. So if you're serious, don't wait. Click the link, book your call, and let's get to work. Your wife's silence isn't rejection, it's protection. And the moment you become the man that she can finally feel safe with again, everything changes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.